Hello, beautiful people. It's me again, the bold, the beautiful, your host on In Between I Stand. Thank you all so much for joining me on this episode again on IBISShow. If you can, why can't I? Like I said, it's a limited series, and of course, you still have the young man right here, Mr. Peter, the outspoken Mr. Peter, the smart, intelligent Mr. Peter. How you doing today, Peter?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're looking good as usual.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm happy
yeah.
to be here again.
And we are happy to see you. Yeah, they are happy to see you. Okay, so today we want to talk about how long is enough time? How much time is enough time to actually marry someone? Like, oh, I've known this guy for, I think 10 years is good. I think 12 years is good. How much time is enough time?
Well, thank you. This is actually a good question. You see, getting married, is not something one should take lightly. Because it's a life commitment, right? So for me, you really need to know the person you're getting married to before you go up there and say I do. Because you're saying I do, like it's a life thing.
It's like forever.
Yes.
Well, although people don't see it like forever again, so they can say I do tomorrow, and tomorrow they'll say I don't.
Yeah, but then that can mess your life up. Like
Exactly.
that can mess you up completely. So if you're gonna take that decision, you need to be sure who you're getting married to, right? So for me, just like I've said before, you need to get married to somebody who is your friend. So you need to befriend the person, first before you get married to the person. You need to know the person. For me,
so law of attraction. You're attracted, you love the person, you befriend the person.
Yes.
You become friends. Build that relationship.
Exactly.
And get married.
Exactly.
So that we should say that's like enough time.
It's enough time.
Say that.
So it's enough time. Like once you know. So I would say at least. That's for me, that's the bare minimum. At least you should be with the person and know the person for a year. See, I don't believe in you just see somebody and then you just get married after 1, 2 months, 3 months you get married. Well, sometimes it works. So some people they get married 2 months and then they live happily ever after.
That's what I want to say.
But
anyway, okay.
But it's rare. Like it's in rare cases. Trust me, it is. Because I've seen a lot of people, even people who. Okay, let me retrace a little. Having said that about being 2 months and then getting married and all of that.
Yeah.
Someone can know someone for 10 years.
They will get married and
then they get married and then they spend just 1 month. So it goes both ways. But when you look at statistics, right, you see that the greater percentage of people who stay together, they actually they knew each other for quite a long time before they got married, right? And then you see that most relationships that break up, they don't really spend time to know each other to actually get into that marriage and know, oh, look at the person I'm getting married to. Because it really takes time to know somebody.
It takes time to know somebody.
Yeah.
But do you know that I think I was only with my husband for, was it even up to 8 months?
Okay. Well, that's why I say it's some. Like, it's...
But we were together for that few months. And the relationship is like we've known each other for forever.
Yeah. So the thing is, there are some people, you can meet somebody and then you just see that you click. Like, you just click. You see that somehow you just click. There's something very, magnetic about you guys, and then everything just works out,
so
and
fast,
then you have these things in common and all of that. So yeah, it happens. I'm not denying that fact. It happens. But to be on the safer side, you really need to know.
Do you know that there are some people, there is this saying they'll say is not how long,
but
how well. So that means it can be long and not be well, and it can be short and be well.
Well,
so it depends on the people involved.
Trust me,
right?
it cannot be too short and be well. I can tell you that. It cannot be too short and be well. So, like, you cannot meet somebody in 1 month, 2 months, and then you say you know the person.
No.
You know, it could work out. Maybe naturally the person is a good person.
1 month,
and then
2
it
months,
works
I
out.
don't think it's about a good person right now. It's about knowing someone.
Yeah. So, like, but what I'm saying, like, you could meet somebody 1 month and then someone will say, oh, I met this person 1 month, 2 months, and then we got married and it worked out fine. Yeah. It could be just naturally. This person is maybe the kind of person you wanted, and then luck just
and
maybe everything just clicked, right, and it worked. It doesn't mean that, oh, that's the benchmark, that's how it's supposed. No. You really need to know somebody, and trust me, even the 1 year I'm telling you, it's hard to actually know somebody under 1 year. Because the truth is, like, let's say you are in a relationship with somebody, and then the person, you are gearing towards marriage.
Okay.
People can hide their true self.
Of course, everyone can hide.
And then they will just, like, they'll show you that thing you want to see. Like, you want to see in a partner, right? Then they're showing you that thing you want to see in a partner. You never see the other side of them until you put in that ring.
Then you will know who I am. I have the ring right now.
So this is why I think the longer the better. Because the thing is, no matter how you try to hide yourself,
it will come out.
It will come out one
truth,
way. So if you stay for that long, if one way or the other, it will come out.
It will come out.
Right?
Okay.
So
hang in there. Thank you for standing by. We are back. So let me bring this up. You know Didier Drogba. Is it Didier Drogba or now Didier Drogba? I don't know how to pronounce it. The popular footballer. He announced a few days ago that, he's been hearing, people have ears to listen. So he came out to tell people that he'll be leaving his wife of 20 years. That's a lot. To me, I believe they were never married. If you can be married for 20 years and still find reasons to leave each other, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I get you. Like, that's, I don't even know how to respond to that.
20 years, they've tolerated each other for 20 years. So if you say 365 days multiplied by 20 years, come on. So to me, I believe they were never married. You know why I see that? There is this saying that your first 10 years of marriage, if you guys could, of course, it's not the same right now. If you could, survive that first 10 years of marriage, that means you are actually married. What do I mean by that? You're married and things were happening. You communicate to each other. You sort things out. You move on to the next phase of the marriage. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if after 20 years you still find reasons to leave each other, I don't know what that could be.
Yeah. The thing is, sometimes we kind of measure successes in marriage based on the number of years. But it's not really. Because someone can be in an abusive relationship for 20, 30 years. But they're in that marriage.
Wow.
But they are not happy in that marriage, but they are there. What are some of the reasons why someone can be in a relationship or in a marriage where they are suffering, but they are still there?
Smiling.
Looking at this Didier Drogba case and all of that. You see, sometimes people in the public eye, sometimes when stuff like this happen, like when they're having problem in their relationship or in their marriage, they don't want to leave their marriage or divorce because of to save face, right? What will people say? Oh yeah, people look at me as this model, and the people are I'm a role model to this and all of that. So they don't want to do that thing that will portray them as being bad or not living up to that standard. So they tend to endure those things, and then they just keep living in that marriage. And because I have a friend, like I have a friend who he's a reverend. So you understand what being a reverend in the church is. He's married. He's like, he confided in me and he told me like he's suffering his marriage.
Wow.
But this is somebody who counsels people about marriage, right?
Obviously.
And in his marriage, he's tired of his marriage. But he cannot leave.
Why? Because
if he leaves now, man, what would they say? A reverend who counsels
he
people.
should seek for help.
Yeah, you see. But then, because he doesn't want people to see him as, he wants people to see his marriage as being perfect.
So he's suffering and smiling.
He's suffering and smiling. So who knows what Didel Drogba has been going through, or what his wife has been going through, right? So we don't know the backstory, but the thing is...
But we see them together.
But see, let me tell you one thing.
Luxurious
forget about what people come to the, like, most marriages. Most marriages that are even in turmoil, that are in very bad shape, they come outside and then they pretend. And then sometimes you see this marriage and you be like, wow, this is the model marriage. Oh man, I envy these people.
That's one thing that I don't do. I don't use your life. I don't see... I can't come out right now and see your marriage and be using your marriage to pray for mine. No, because I don't know what you're going through. I want to be like you.
But then so many people are doing that. They're saying, this marriage, but they don't even know exactly what those people are going through, what they're going through behind us.
As long as
they are not...
They wear uniform clothes together.
Come and smile to the public and then do all that. No. So, and then some marriages now start, the thing is that let's say some wives or some husbands, they now see these things and then they come and tell their wives or their husbands, like, did you see these people? Do you see how they are doing this? And then you're having problem with in your marriage, thinking that other marriage is perfect. But no, it's not.
It's not perfect.
So, like, you don't know what they have been going through and all of that. Maybe at this point now, even after 20 years, they can, they're like, no, I can't take this anymore. Like, at a point, you get to your breaking point. It has gotten here. And then either one of them, maybe the wife or the wife says, that's it.
So it's not how long right now, but how well. So it can be so short, of course, so short. That could be disastrous.
A
month, 2 months, 3 months, that could be disastrous. But so in marriages, what we are saying apparently is there is no time that is too. No time is too long.
Yeah, that the marriage is long does not mean it's
or maybe a relationship cutting is long.
That is long does not mean you're gonna have a great marriage.
And that doesn't mean that you're not going to have a great marriage.
Exactly.
It just depends on we've ticked all the boxes. Love, relationship, understanding.
Yeah.
You understand? Perfect communication. You are mature. That's very important.
Maturity.
To handle some certain issues. Those are the timing that we are looking at, not the actual timing of a month or 2 months. And that's what we're trying to establish. So for all the youth, upcoming ones out there, remember that marriage is not about, we've been dating for 10 years. If you can be in a relationship for 10 years and not tick those things, love, respect, understanding, you understand, togetherness, oneness. If those boxes are still not ticked, then you are not ready for marriage. It doesn't matter if you've been together for 10 years, 20 years. And that's how marriages are too. You can be married for 10 years, 20 years, and so many things that you guys are supposed to trash out in your first year of marriage, or maybe the first 5 years of marriage, you are still dealing with it after 20 years. If after 20 years you guys are still struggling with why did you press the toothpaste like this? Why did you keep the comb there? So that means those years were not well spent in the marriage. You understand? So in marriages there are different stages. You get to sometimes you get to that portion of intentional loving, intentional doing. Having said that, that means you would have trashed those little things that could cause problems in the future. So thank you all so much for joining us again. We love you, right? We love you. Thank you. Also, he's taken. I hope you know that. So don't follow his. Thank you all so much for watching us on this special series again. Remember that I love you and I will always love you. But please and please support your girl. Click the like button, comment, share the video, let people see it, and I'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.